Hello everybody, this is Past Jason and Past Ben here to talk about static analysis with Pylint, our project for this course. So what is Pylint? Pylint is a static analyzer for Python. It's very similar to our Flaw Finder lab, where what it'll do is analyze the source code and output a list of warnings to the developers. So what do we do for this project? Well, we created plugins for Pylint because it's an open source project that supports plugins. And in addition, using Asteroid, which is a supporting library which allows us to navigate the source code, we're able to write code to detect problems. So what problems do we detect? Well, the most common CVE for Python is around input sanitization. So based on that, we chose 4 different CWEs, and in each one of those CWEs, very specific scenarios where we wanted to detect in Python when we're doing bad things. So with that, we will start with the pass-only try-except block issue to get right into it. So again, we wrote code to actually detect each one of these situations. So each one of these tests here that we're going to look at, so this one in particular, is things that we can think of as the developer themselves wrote, and we are going to run our plugins to see if bad things happen. So handled exception, you can see there's a try except block in there. We're going to consider this one good because in the except block, there's a print statement, so it's actually handling something. In the unhandled exception, there's 3 different except blocks. And in each case, we're just using a statement called pass, which is basically a no-op. In one case, we're also adding a comment, but we're going to show that there should be 3 problems here because you should not be just writing a pass in there. So as you can see on lines 12, 15, and 17, in each one of those except blocks, we detect that there is a problem. You're using pass in isolation. So CWE number 1 checked off. All right, so 2 more demos here to show you. On to Past Ben. Take it away.
Thanks, Past Jason. So, input sanitization. The most obvious one would be the built-in function input. Takes from std_in and then assigns it to a variable. So, here we can see we have 3 calls to input that are not being checked and 1 call that is being checked. So, if we run our magic script, which is running our plugin in the background, we can see that we flag on the 3 use cases where it is being used without being checked, and 1 where it is, and we're not flagging on the 1 where it's not. Finally, so Python has a bunch of weird ways to open a subprocess. The old way was wrapping just numerous OS calls, and then there's a new API called subprocess. So this is a test that then imports from subprocess run and popen. It also aliases them to arbitrary names, and we'll see if we run our test that we flag on the use cases of them. So popen is caught in the import statement, in the usage, and then the other 2 are caught in the import statement. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and we'll send it back to future Jason and Ben.
Boom.